Hi guys, how you doing? I hope you're all well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm a practicing social worker and I share my experiences here, both social work and non-social work related, on the channel. Go ahead and subscribe if you're interested. Let's get right into it. In this video, I wanted to talk to you about my finances as a social worker. I think I do talk about money a little bit regarding my career on my channel, and I think sometimes the information that I may be trying to convey to you might be misinterpreted in different ways. So I just thought I'll do a video just talking about money and, you know, everything to do with it as a social worker, in my experience at least. So yeah, let's get right into it. I think if you've watched my channel for a while, the common thing you hear me say is social work doesn't really pay that well. But to be honest, let me clarify. So I think the topic of money is really different for everyone. It can be quite a subjective topic. So what might not be enough for me might be enough for you. Your lifestyle might be completely different to my lifestyle. So I might say 50k, that's shit money, but maybe to you that's okay. You know what I mean? So you don't, like, I think someone thought I was implying that like you can't just be a social worker and have enough money to live, like you need to have a second job. No, you don't. I'm sure like there's so many social work jobs that you can rely on completely without having to have a second job. So there's a lot of things that you need to consider, like if you're, I guess, not sure if, you know, how much money you make as a social worker will be enough for you. I guess other factors that you also need to consider is depending on where you live and where you're working, that might impact on how much money you're making. Different countries also pay differently, even though you might be doing the same job. So that is also a factor to consider. Government pays more than non-government organization. I work in a non-government organization. That's also something to consider. For me personally, I don't really like to live the hand-to-mouth kind of life. Like, I do want to have extras like that I can go to when, you know, if an emergency comes up and stuff like that. Like, I want to live quite comfortably, and I do want to have kids. I am quite an independent person as well, so, you know, even though my partner may be making money, I need to be a rich bitch too, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I always say that, you know, it doesn't pay much. But I think I always also emphasize that you have so many skills that you develop as a social worker. So you can always tap into those skills and use that in making money in other avenues. And that's why it's like, if you can do that, then why not do that? Why just work? And that's okay. Like, I mean, there's some people that would rather just do 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and they're okay with that. But I think if you have the skills, take advantage of it and use it wisely. And I think another point to clarify, I think generally you can live okay on your full-time sort of full-time, what's the word, full-time salary as a social worker. You can definitely live an okay life. Like, I mean, currently my main source of income is through my work, full-time social worker, but I do have other streams of income. But like, even if I didn't have those other streams of income, I could still afford to pay my bills. I could afford to go on holiday whenever I wanted to. I could, you know, live quite well still. So, you know, you don't have to have a second job to be able to manage. So you're not going to go homeless or go hungry if you're a social worker. But I think we're required to do quite a bit in our role, and it can be quite traumatizing. It can be quite difficult, and we put ourselves at risk constantly. And that's why I say that for the amount of money that we get, I think we could get more because of the stuff that we're required to do in our role. And that's what I try to get across. I'm not saying that like it's not enough and you're going to be broke and stuff like that. I will show you a sector where I do go on Google and just show you a couple of jobs and, you know, how much they pay and stuff like that, just to give you a bit of an idea. But yeah, if it's something that you're not sure of, definitely have a look at what jobs are available in your area and what the pay rate is, and that'll give you a bit of an idea, and then you can decide whether it's something that, you know, you think would be beneficial for you or will be enough to sustain you and your family before you pick it as a career. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I just wanted to clarify that, you know, just so you don't get the wrong impression of what I'm trying to say to you regarding the finances of a social worker. I was actually going to tell you how much money I make, but I think that should be confidential, so I'm just gonna shut up about that. But you know, like, you can make all right money, you know. So yeah, as I said, just have a look, and I'll just show you a bit of an example of, you know, jobs that are up at the moment and how much they're offering to pay and stuff like that. So if that's, I'm sure that's worth your time, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, that is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. If you're currently practicing social work, I mean, you don't have to tell me how much money you make, but like, how's your finances been, like, being a social worker? Let us know in the comment section below. I'm sure other people that are subscribed would benefit from that information. But that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for this other section that, you know, I'm going to show you regarding the example of social workers' jobs. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. I'm just on Google at the moment. I'm just going to put in social work jobs Sydney, or we could say New South Wales, a bit bigger. And then we're gonna go here, just so we can, you know, just have a brief idea of how my social workers get paid. So if you have a look here at the salary estimate, the highest number is around 50,000. So if you want a salary of 50,000, there's 1,323 jobs you can get into. That's a large number. And then 70,357, and obviously the higher the salary, the less number of jobs there are. And this is all Australian dollars, by the way. The family support worker that's showing here, and the rate is between 63,000 and 71,000 a year, so that's not too bad. There's an Aboriginal Child Protection role as well, 68,000. So most of the ones that I've seen have been government. This is a child protection practitioner, and that's 64,000. Most of the child protection ones you could get into straight after uni. There's a generalist caseworker here as well, 68,900. So that's pretty good as well. So yeah, most of the government ones are like, say, 65 and above, but let's see if we can find a non-government one. So this is a team leader role in mental health and out-of-home care, and the pay is between 65,000 and 75,000. See, that's not great. I presume that's like an NGO, because as a team leader, it should be way higher than that, in my opinion at least. Okay, so on average in Australia, social work salaries have been around 71,120 dollars per year, and the minimum has been 34,000, and the highest has been 129. So obviously, with your experience, it goes higher and higher. There's a lot of jobs in child protection, as you can see over here. A few in other government social work roles, and just in general, social work New South Wales, there's 902 new jobs that have come up. So in New South Wales, the average salary is 65,967 per year. So that is not very high because obviously that incorporates, you know, higher positions and stuff like that. So I don't think that's high enough. Yeah. But yeah, you know, if you guys want a bit of an idea around like how much money a social worker makes, you know, just Google it. Google social worker jobs in your area and see what the pay is, and then you can see if it's, you know, enough for you or not. See, this is a community engagement officer. That's between 75K and 81,000, but that's for a university, and they generally tend to pay quite well. So that is no surprise. So yeah, I will leave this at that. If you're interested, obviously this is all around New South Wales, Sydney, Australia, so obviously it might be different where you are, so have a look for yourself as well.